If you're faking fine, you're not alone. But I want to be really honest with you. When you've been holding it together for too long, you don't just feel tired. You start to lose yourself. And that's where everything begins to feel heavier. There's a point in this journey where you hit what feels like rock bottom. Not because you've failed, but because you've been carrying too much for too long. And when you're in that place, you're more reactive, more emotional, more overwhelmed. And the tools that you want to use, the patience, the calm communication, the understanding, they just feel totally out of reach. Not because you don't know better, but because your nervous system is exhausted. And on top of that, you may not even recognize yourself anymore. The things that used to bring you joy, they feel distant. Your energy is going into surviving the relationship, not actually living your life. And that's a really lonely place to be. And then there's another layer that makes this even harder. You want support. You know you can't keep doing this alone, but your husband's past, it's not yours to share. It might feel like a secret you're carrying too. So you sit there wondering, who is safe to talk to? What am I allowed to say? Am I betraying him if I ask for help? And so instead, you stay quiet. You carry it alone, trying to protect him while slowly losing support for yourself. And that kind of isolation, it deepens the exhaustion. So let's talk about what actually needs to happen here. At some point, you have to stop doing this alone. Not by exposing his story, but by honoring yours. Because you are allowed to need support. You are allowed to say, this is really hard. I'm overwhelmed and I need someone to walk through this with me. You don't have to share every detail of his past to be honest about your experience. That might look like reaching out to someone safe and saying, I'm navigating some really heavy things in my marriage and I just need support. Or finding spaces where people understand this dynamic without judgment. Because here's the truth. You cannot pour into your relationship when you are completely depleted. Support isn't a luxury. It's necessary. And something begins to shift when you stop carrying it alone. You start to feel a little more grounded, a little more clear, a little more like yourself again. And from that place, you can actually begin to use the tools you've been trying to reach for. Not perfectly, you guys, but more consistently. Because you're no longer operating from empty. You're starting to come back to yourself. So if you're feeling like, I don't even know where to start anymore, I want to help you take that first step because I've created something called the Relationship Pattern Assessment. It will help you understand where you are right now so you can begin to move forward with clarity instead of just trying to survive. You can take it using the link on your screen. You don't have to keep pretending. You don't have to carry this alone. And you don't have to lose yourself in the process of loving someone else. And if this resonated with you, tell me in the comments. Have you been feeling this level of exhaustion? You're not alone in this, and there is support for you too.